Hello, this is Tim Smith, the Academic Support Coordinator for St. John's River State College, St. Augustine campus. This video is one in a crash course series of study aids intended for St. John's River State College math students. In this video, we will be discussing fractions. A fraction is a rational number expressed by a numerator over a denominator separated by a fraction line. Fractions are also used as a depiction of a division operation. In those cases, the numerator is the dividend and the denominator is the divisor. The same operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, may be used with fractions just as they are used with integers. I'm going to start a little bit out of order and begin with adding and subtracting fractions. The first task is to ensure the denominators are the same. If the denominators are the same, then simply add or subtract the numerators. If the denominators are not the same, then a common denominator must be found, after which you will convert both fractions in the equation to that denominator. A common denominator is always going to be a multiple of both denominators. For example, in this problem, we have a denominator of 7 and 5. The common denominator is 35. So then to change this denominator of 7 to 35, we have to multiply it times 5. And to change the denominator in the second term, we have to multiply it by 7. In order to maintain equality, whatever we multiply in the denominator, we must also do in the numerator. Now that we have the denominators the same, we can simply add the numerators to arrive at our answer. In the second problem, we have a subtraction, and notice that the 12 is actually a multiple of 3. And so to arrive at a common denominator, all we have to do is multiply the 3 times 4. And again, we do the same thing to the numerator. And then simply do the subtraction operation in the numerator. Fractions may be categorized as proper fractions or improper fractions. A proper fraction has a value that is less than 1. An improper fraction has a value that is greater than or equal to 1 and can be recognized by the numerator being equal to or greater than the denominator. For example, a proper fraction would be like 1/2. An improper fraction would be like 3/2. Oftentimes, improper fractions are expressed as a mixed fraction. In this case, 4 and 7/8. We can consider 4 and 7/8 to be, we have 4 plus 7/8. So it becomes an addition operation just like we did before. 4 as an integer can always be expressed as a fraction over 1. Then it becomes simple to multiply times the other denominator to get a least common denominator. And then we add the numerators. Now, because the 4 is an integer and is always over 1, we can actually discover a shortcut, and we can take 4, multiply it times the denominator, which we did to find a common denominator, and then we add the numerators. So 4 times 8 is 32, plus 7 is 39/8. When operating with fractions, it is often necessary to reduce a fraction to its lowest terms. We do this by considering both the numerator and denominator in terms of their prime factors. For this operation, we discount the factors of 1 and itself. In this case, we have a numerator of 15, which has factors of 5 and 3 and can be written as 5 times 3. The denominator of 25 has a prime factor of 5 and can be written as 5 times 5. When we consider a fraction with a numerator and denominator that are the same, is actually equal to 1, the 5's can cancel, leading to our simplified fraction, 3 over 5. It's important to note here that 15 over 25 is actually equal to 3 over 5. Now, before we move on, let's take a look at our subtraction operation. Now that we know how to reduce fractions, we can look and see that we came up with an answer of 3 over 12. So I'm going to see if that can reduce. Noticing that 3, again, is a factor of 12, we can rewrite this as 3 times 1, and then 12 is 3 times 4. The 3's cancel, leaving a simplified fraction of 1 over 4. In just about all of your math problems, if you arrive at an answer that is a fraction, you should check to see that it is the simplest form of that fraction. When multiplying fractions, we multiply the numerator times the other numerator and the denominator times the denominator. In the example we're given, notice that we have, we notice that 16 over 27 times 21 over 20. We could multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, but let's consider, you know, that we can cancel things that are 1 over 1, all right? And we can look at this multiplication operation as being switchable. So we think of 16 as 4 times 4, then 20 as 4 times 5. Now the 4's can cancel. Again, 21 is 3 times 7, and 27 is 3 times 9. And again, the 3's cancel. Now if we complete this simpler multiplication operation, 4 times 7 is 28, and 9 times 5 is 45. If you had skipped this part and just simply multiplied 16 times 21 and 27 by 20, you would have arrived at an answer that's mathematically equal to our answer here. You would have just had to simplify your fraction. In the second example, notice that we have an integer times a fraction. Again, we remember that an integer can be written as that integer over 1. And now it becomes the same fraction. And then we can consider 10. 10 is 5 times 2, and then the 5's cancel. And so we equal 7 times 2 as the simplified fraction. Dividing two fractions is just as simple as multiplying. We must first understand that a division operation is opposite to multiplication. Since fractions represent division, we can convert our division operation to a multiplication by reversing the numerator and denominator of the second term. Now notice in our example, we're given a couple of mixed fractions. So just as we stated before we can complete this operation, we have to change them into improper fractions. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11. 1 times 6 is 6, plus 5 is 11. Now let's change this to a multiplication operation by taking the inverse of the second term. Just as before, the 11's cancel. 6 can be written as prime factors 3 times 2, and 4 is 2 times 2. We can cancel the 2's, coming up with a final answer of 3 over 2. To review, when changing mixed number to an improper fraction, we multiply the whole number by the denominator and add the numerator. The denominator stays the same. To reduce fractions, we divide the numerator and denominator by the largest number that will go evenly into both. Always reduce fractions to the lowest term when an answer is a fraction. Adding and subtracting fractions, we must first have a common denominator. Then we add or subtract the numerators. The denominator will always stay the same. To multiply fractions, you multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. Canceling can even be done across the equation. You do not need a common denominator. For division operations, we rewrite as multiplication by taking the inverse of the second term, and then we follow the multiplication rules. Thank you. I hope this has helped in your studies.